have no idea why I did this, but I just bought this car for $100. That's the title and everything. It's an 85 325e 5-speed. The main reason I bought it is because it's a 5-speed. I actually used to own this car. It was originally a Canadian car. It was imported in 2008 when a high school friend of mine bought it and proceeded to drive it for a whole bunch of years. Then it had some mechanical issues, needed a clutch, and for whatever reason it just never ran right after that. So the car has clearly had a rough life since. It was actually a pretty decent car back when I sold it, after I bought it from him after the repairs. She's seen better days for sure, but it has a genuine plate filler. The taillights are still good. It even came with a battery. I mean, that alone is like 20 bucks worth of core right there. I don't know why the fusible link is exposed. That's a little terrifying. Came with two 2002 steel wheels. That's really strange. All the brand new brake stuff we had just put on is sitting back here still. If I remember it, the floors are really, really bad. This original, oh, sorry, the flash is on, I'm dumb. It has houndstooth interior. Whoever owned this before I bought it back, clearly took all that stuff out because it was valuable. So it's got tan door panels in it now, which is kind of unfortunate. But I mean, it looks like, you know, pretty much exactly the same as when I last had it. This thing had reference sensor issues. It would start and run, but it was extremely rich and the timing wasn't quite right. So I'm not exactly sure what was wrong with it back in the day. I'm gonna throw it on a battery charger and try to start it. I'm not expecting it to work, but I'm still curious. It's been a while since I've seen this car, and $100 for a Getrag T60 and drive shaft alone. That's well worth it. So I'm gonna put it on the lift right now. We'll take a look underneath and see how horrible this thing is. Well, open diff with a power flex, and the mount is completely broken. So somebody was really ripping on this car. It does have brand new stubs in it, and they're non-ABS stubs, so I definitely have to save those. Those are really hard to find these days. They were Cardone, so they didn't fit like perfectly. I'm noticing that there's no brake calipers on it, and the wheel bearing is beyond hooped on both sides, which is terrifying. But it has a factory front section in it still, which means it has a factory cat, and the factory cat is worth twice what I paid for the car. Trans still fine. This is definitely the same car. It's crusty. There's the hole we put through the floor with the floor jack. Yeah, this thing is shot. Oh, no front calipers either. And no front brake rotors. Those are apparently the ones in the trunk. That's super weird. Glad I had this thing towed. Oh yeah, that's right. I put 1986 uprights in it. It's got ABS sensors here, but this is a non-ABS car. Oh wow. This thing's gross. New fuel filter. Man, we put so many parts on this car trying to get it to run right. Incredible. I put that filter on like 4 years ago. Wow. Wow. Trip down memory lane, I tell you. So yeah, I think the plan is just take the good stuff off and try to find somebody that wants the shell to like maybe drift it or something. The problem with this car is it's an early non-ABS car, so you're gonna need trailing arms from a ABS car. Once you do that, then it's all pretty easy. But the reasoning behind that is the outside diameter of the spline shaft is different. And like I said, it's impossible to find parts for these. What is this diff? That tag says 3.46. That's a rare ratio. Probably have to save that diff. Tank looks okay, but I bet it's got really ancient gas and it's probably terrible. Well, that's pretty much the whole story. Oh, the Bavarian motor wire is still here. This thing actually had an Anza exhaust on it when I sold it, so I'm not sure. Hopefully they didn't cut it off and make this hater pipe, which as you can tell is really fancy. Sorry for the focus. Wow, this thing's a piece. But oddly, the battery box looks solid, and so does the tow hook. This thing is just ruined in all the wrong places. Oh no! Taillight's cracked. Looks like this one's still good though. Wow. Yeah, I'm dumb for having bought this thing, but it's still fun.